What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So we got another nice little simple mod, not very cheap, but a nice little simple mod for the M5. So let's just go ahead and get started. So I'm not sure if you guys watched the last video yet where we put the Apex built down pipes on the M5, but there is a clip in that video. I'll go ahead and put it on the screen right now. I do want to end up getting the turbo blanket. That way I don't have to put that cover on anymore, because that cover is kind of annoying to be putting on and off. And the turbo blanket just looks better, looks nicer, and it's just so much easier to just lay it on top. So yeah, that might be coming later on. Basically, there's this metal heat shield. Actually, it's right here. I did not want to put it back on just because, like I said, that's kind of like the most annoying part, to be honest. Yeah, I wanted to get the turbo blanket. I think it looks cool. It pretty much serves the same purpose as that, and yeah, it's not as annoying to be taken on and off. Anyways, I have it right here, guys. Gotta hide my edges again, but well, you guys can see it is PTP turbo blankets. I don't know if you guys can really see that. I had already opened it just because, well, you guys know me. I'm trying to see my stuff, you feel me? And it looks super sick. They do recommend that you use, first of all, safety gloves, just cause like the material is kind of pointy in certain spots, and they say you should not get any type of oils or chemicals on it, something like that. I don't know. So they do recommend you use safety gloves. So I'm gonna put on some gloves real quick and take it out so you guys can see it. By the way, guys, I have no idea how to install it. There's no official like instructions on how to install it for the M5. They do have some instructions on their website, but some of the ones they have is for specific cars, and they don't have any for the M5. And the other instructions they have is for universal one. So yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and follow those and see what I can do. But pretty much, I did send them an email and ask them like if there was any special instructions. All they said was that it was gonna replace that cover, and that we'll be using the bolts that we use for that one for this. But I'm not too sure how, because like these holes are huge compared to these tiny little things. So I don't know, we'll see how it works out. But yeah, I've been running the car without that piece, and I haven't really been wanting to, just because I know it gets hot and I don't want it to mess up the DMEs or anything. Anyways, bro, I'm just going on and on talking. Let me take it out real quick. Check this out, guys. This thing looks super sick though. It is kind of like sharp in the edges, what they use to like sew it on or whatever, but it looks dope. I know it's gonna look super sick on the car. Dude, look, this thing's huge too, and it's pretty cool because there's like a little metal plate that says PTP turbo blankets. I think that's pretty cool as well. Oh, and it says faster spool up, cooler intakes, and protected engine bay. Sick. This right here is obviously for the O2 sensors, as well as these, I believe, these cutouts. So this is probably gonna be the back side. This is gonna be the front side. I'm pretty sure for the most part this is just gonna be laying on top of it. Like I said, I don't know if we can use the stock bolts to screw these on. I guess we'll figure it out right now. Look guys, we even have like carbon fiber in the engine bay. This thing's sick. Damn. Alright guys, let me go ahead and get the car ready. Luckily this will be an easier install, just because everything's on top of the engine bay, and it's kind of one of the first things you take off, like when you do downpipes and stuff. So yeah, unfortunately the car is still super dirty, but one of the reasons why I haven't really been filming too much, guys, is because it is super windy for some reason, and you guys know wind, the camera, just they don't go together. Hopefully you guys aren't getting any wind right here right now, but yeah, it's super windy, so it's kind of hard to record. So I mean, that's why, not to be making any excuses or anything. But yeah, by the way, I fixed this. I don't know if you guys noticed in the previous videos, but these cooling lines were kind of like this for some reason, and I didn't know why, so I kind of fixed that. But anyways, if we lift the cover up real quick and take it off, you guys can see the downpipes are literally right here. Super sick. But yeah, I think for this I might take this piece off, and then I think that might be all we have to do. I'm not gonna disconnect the DMEs and everything, but for the most part it should be pretty easy and pretty simple. So let's get to it. Alright guys, we pretty much got everything we need. We just got this because of the ratchets, longer extension in case we need it, little magnet, Torx sockets, I don't know if you guys can really see that, and then a little magnet tray so we can put the bolts. Pretty much all you really want to do is pull back on the DMEs. That will pretty much get it off of this. It's just held on with these little grommet thingies, the little sticks or whatever with the grommet. And then if you come back here on the passenger side, you want to take that nut off. It's pretty much the ground for the DMEs. It is held onto this. So you take that nut off, the cable will come free. And then if you guys look down right here, there's one bolt right there. Come a little more this way, there's another bolt right there. Take those two off, and pretty much this side is completely free. And same thing with the other side, honestly. Like I said, it's not very difficult. Go ahead and pull the DME off of this thing again. This one's gonna have the ground right here. Take the nut off, cable will come free. And then two bolts in the same exact spots, 1 and 2 over here. And this whole piece will just come straight off. And then obviously you want to take the O2 sensor cables out of their place. Literally just come straight out. And then yeah, let me go ahead and take that off real quick. All right guys, so it's pretty much off. You also want to get this little tank. There's gonna be a bolt right here, which I forgot. My bolt is missing because the little plastic piece out here is missing. So it's still held in place by a little grommet on the bottom. You go ahead and pull it out. It's held on by a grommet. And that part is also part of this. So now I'm happy to use both hands, but you can move the DME out of the way a little bit and pull this straight out on both sides. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Now at this point, you can go ahead and move the DMEs back. And if you guys look over here, there's many bolts. So unfortunately, you take off that other piece that I was showing you guys. You also have to take off these little heat shields. You also have to take off these little heat shields that are around like the fuel pump and this little PCV valve right here on both sides. And then you'll expose a few more bolts, but it's pretty much bolts. I left the bolt on this side. There's gonna be bolts all around this rail here. So one here, one right here. I believe there might even be some a little bit lower. And then there's gonna be more on like this side over here behind this heat shield that I'm telling you guys about, on both sides. And that's gonna go ahead and let you take off that big heat shield that's over the downpipes. Like I said, that's why I want to take it off. It's much easier to just do this. Let me go ahead and fit it real quick. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go on like this, because these go up here, and then these will be the cutouts for the other heat shields. So yeah, let me go ahead and fit it, figure out exactly how we're gonna hold it in place, and then show you guys what I come up with. All right guys, we officially got it in there. We'll get a little bit closer. You guys can see that it's on. It's hugging, well, I forgot my gloves, but it's hugging the turbos on both sides, tucked into the back between the downpipes. It looks really nicely. I'm pretty sure it's made big enough so that it fits like the stock downpipes if you want to, because the stock downpipes are huge. But yeah guys, it fits really nicely. And then as for holding it in place, I guess these stock bolts actually work really good to hold it in place. So this hole is just big enough so that the stock bolts with the washer that it comes with doesn't go through the hole, so it holds it in really nice. So it does come with 3, because there's 2 holes here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's another thread there for a bolt. I'm only gonna hold it in with 2 bolts. It really doesn't need all 3, and I kind of lost the other bolts anyway. So yeah, so I'm holding it with one right here, and then the other bolt is right there. You guys can see, like, there's a lot of stuff in the way, but there's another bolt right there. And then if we come to the other side, I'm holding it in with the same bolts. So there's one right here, you guys can tell. I didn't put that bolt in. And then there's another one right. I did take the nuts off of this just to give me a little more room, but the other bolt is right there behind this little heat shield on the PCV valve. So yeah, fits really nicely guys. It fits like literally perfect, which is cool. You guys can see the holes right here for the O2 sensors. Like I said, it hugs everything really nicely, and then it's kind of shaped so that you can push it in right here, and then it kind of bends in the bottom like this. That's the shape of it, so I'm guessing that's how you're supposed to do it. I don't really know, to be honest, but yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do. It's just hold on with those 4 bolts. Much easier than the other thing. I don't have to take a whole bunch of things off, and it looks pretty dope too, to be honest. I really wanted this turbo blanket since the first time I seen it available for the M5. So I thought might as well. I was gonna do it eventually, so I mean, might as well do it now, you know. Now all I really have to do is pretty much reconnect the O2 sensors, route them back where they're supposed to go, put that piece back on, and then pretty much it, to be honest. Put on the cover, and that's really all. Engine bay coming on nicely, and I think it's cool too, because even after I put that on, if I were to take this piece off, you can see it like exposed right there, so that looks sick. It's gonna look super sick alongside the Apex built intercoolers and the Apex built front mount intakes. Obviously we have the charge pipes already, so yeah, really excited. But I just wanted to bring this video, guys. I haven't seen nobody at all ever make a video on this. I've seen a few posts in the forums, but nobody really like showing in detail what it looks like or how to put it on or anything. So it's really simple, to be honest. I thought to make a video since there's no other information on this online. But yeah, guys, let me go ahead and put everything back on real quick. All right, guys, everything is pretty much put back on now besides that. And like I said, guys, just taking that off, you guys can look at it and see, you guys can see the exposed heat shield right there, which I think looks super cool. And yeah, that's pretty much all I really wanted to show you guys. This is a really simple, easy install. Pretty much what it looks like. It looks really cool. And if we go ahead and put this thing back on, see if I can do it with one hand. Haven't pushed it down yet, but if we pretty much put that back on, you cannot tell there was anything done over there. But a little peek right there, looks super sick. Also with this, in order to actually take that heat shield off, you need to take the O2 sensors off, and you need a special tool for that. And that just, it sucks because you need the special tool. You can either buy it or you can rent it, but it just sucks the fact that you need it. But yeah, with this you don't need it. You can just go ahead and take it off without worrying about the O2 sensors, which I think is sick. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna just go ahead and end it right here. I'll have a link for it in the description below in case you guys want to check it out for yourselves, or you guys want one for yourselves. By the way, this is not sponsored or nothing. I bought this with my own money. It wasn't sponsored, it wasn't free, nothing like that. So like, just giving my honest opinions. I really like the way it looks, the way it fits and everything, and how easy it is to just put on. I don't even think you need to put the bolts on if you don't want to be honest. It's just a little bit extra like support. It's only 2 bolts or 3 bolts. I only put 2 bolts on each side, so 4 bolts instead of 6, if that makes any sense. But yeah, there's not that much. It's pretty easy, so I thought might as well just do it. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna just go ahead and end it right here. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, please make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to let me know in the comment section below what kind of videos you guys want to see. Hopefully we get rid of this wind quick or soon, because it really sucks recording and then having so much wind, and then you film a whole video and you're editing and all you hear is wind. It's really annoying. So yeah, thank you guys for all the support and everything. Really appreciate it. And yeah, with all that being said, we'll see you guys in the next one.